And here we go. So this is the last video for the front of the green sheet. We are up to parts K and L. So that's what we'll do here. Both of these are similar. I should say they are similar to each other. And we'll do the same method that we've done for most of them, the subtractive method, I guess, where we're starting with a chunk that is the maximum dimension in all three dimensions. And once we have that block, we're going to cut away what we don't want, which will be this sort of cube area here. And once we have that gone, we can then cut away this slope face right here in another step. So first, the dimensions of the front, which is 6 tall, and its width is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 wide, 6 tall, and 5 deep. So let's do that. Let's make a new, wait, yeah, we're in our folder. So let's go to this part. Okay. And we'll go full screen. Start a sketch on the front plane. And let's look at it straight on from front. And then we get a rectangle, just any size to start. Dimension tool, dimension the width to 8 and the height to 6. So zoom out a little bit. Finish sketch, green check mark. Look at it from a corner. We can turn off the visibility on all the origin planes and origin points. It's extrude. What do we want to extrude? It's red. We need to choose something. Let's choose our rectangle. And we want to extrude at 5. And check mark. Okay, so there's our starting point. And let's cut away what we don't want, which in this case is, let's make this rectangle that is 3 deep and 6 wide. We're going to make that sketch, that rectangle on the top here, and then cut extrude down however far. Okay, so we're making a rectangle that's 3 by 6, and then we're on the top face, which will be up here, and then cut extrude down a height of 4. So we'll start with a sketch on top, and we'll look at it from the top. And we'll get a rectangle from this corner here. And we'll dimension it to, missed from there, was 6 this way. And 3 this way. Check mark, look at it from a corner. Extrude, what do we want to extrude? We want to extrude the rectangle we made. But we don't want to add material, we want to remove. And we want to remove 4. Okay, hit OK. And the last part feature of this is going to be this sloped edge right here, which all we need to do that, or to do that, is to, we're going to draw a sketch on this face and make a sloped line like that. And we'll make that shape. And once we have this shape closed in, we can then cut extrude all of it towards the back. Okay, so let's sketch on this face. And we'll look at it straight on. And we can get a line tool now. And this is tricky because so far we have dimensioned sides of rectangles. We've dimensioned the lengths of lines, but what we want to dimension here is the ending point of where a line goes. We know we want the line to start in this bottom corner, and we know we want it to end on this edge, but we don't want it to end on the exact middle point. And you can tell that because, hold on. Let's go back here. So if this line right here is 6, that means the middle point directly above it is 3 from the side. which is not what we want. We want it to be 2 from this side. So we can't snap it to the exact middle point because it won't let us change it. We need to put it somewhere over here, and then we'll dimension the distance from that endpoint to a known location, which is that side. I don't know if that was the best explanation, but just follow along. Okay, so I'm going to look at it from a corner just so you can see what's going on. Okay, so we'll start a sketch. We want to sketch on this face. We want to get a line. We know that we want this line to go all the way down to this corner, and we want it to end somewhere on this edge, but not the exact center point, just somewhere over here. Then we're going to dimension. You can do right click, escape line, be done with the line. Dimension the distance from the end point of this line to the corner here. That distance needs to be 2. And hold on, let's see if it lets me extrude without doing the entire, yeah. So that's the only line you need to draw. You don't need to completely close the loop around the triangle we want. It does it for you. So I have that sketch. We're going to go extrude, choose the triangle we want to cut. Nope, that's not right. Do I need to enclose it? Oh, I do. Okay, never mind. So before you finish the sketch, let's get lines and enclose the shape that we want. And we will finish sketch and extrude. Really? What about if we switch it to remove? Oh, okay, so remove works. I don't know what, it shouldn't have made an issue there forward, but regardless. And we want to move all. There you go. There's part K. And the last one, part L, same basic idea as the back part of K. So let's close this document. New document, part L. And we'll start the same way, big chunk, maximum dimension in all 3 dimensions. 6 tall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9 wide, 6 tall, and 4 deep. So we'll start with that. We'll sketch on the front plane. Let's get a rectangle. 9 wide, 6 tall. Finish sketch. Turn off the visibility of all the origin stuff. Extrude. What do we want to extrude? We want to extrude the rectangle we made, and we want to extrude at a distance of 4. Okay, so the entire part L fits inside of this block. Let's cut away what we don't want, which we'll do this in 2 steps. First step, we'll cut away this first part. Okay, everything from here back a distance of 2. And then the second step will be cutting away just this last portion in another step. Okay, so we'll put a sketch on the front here. And let's look at the line we want to make. So we'll get a line. We know we want it to go somewhere from the top edge to the bottom edge. Thank you. Okay, so we want it to go somewhere from the top edge on the left side to somewhere on the bottom edge on the right side, but we need to dimension the location because I just sort of eyeballed it. And we want it to be, there you go. We want this top left one here to be 2 from the side here. And this bottom right one needs to be 3 from this side. So those are the only dimensions we need. So, but here we're doing that 3-click thing again because there's no line here to dimension. I mean, there's the top edge of everything, but that's not what we want. We want to dimension the distance from the end point of this line to the corner of everything and then click in between. And the same thing here. From the endpoint, there's your first click, there's your second click, and your third click, and that needs to be 3. Yes. And let's finish sketch. Let's extrude. We'll choose this. We'll switch it to remove, and we only want to remove 2 inches of it. Okay, and the last portion, very similar. We just need to draw our line from here to here. From here to here, and this endpoint is 3 above the ground, and the whole thing is 6, so we can actually use the middle point snap there. But this other endpoint that we're connecting to isn't the middle point because it's only 2 from the edge. So we're just going to put in a dimension of 2 there. So we're going to sketch. Let's sketch on this face. Actually, let's see. There's a chamfer tool. What is chamfer going to do? Let's choose that. And we want 2 distances. And let's make this one 2. And this one 3. All right, let's do chamfer instead. Okay, so ignore the sketch. I didn't do any sketch. We're going to go straight to a part feature, which are up here, the chamfer and fillet. Let's pronounce fillet, not fillet. And a couple other ones don't require sketches. They just are straight part features that you can use, and you can tell from the little pictograph what it does there. It breaks the corner. And so all we need to choose is the edge that we want to knock off. And if you have it set to equidistance, which is the default setting, and you put in whatever value, it will, that dimension of 2 inches is the distance this direction and this direction, because it's set to equidistant. If we set it to 2 different distances, then we can set it to 2 inches this way and 3 inches that way, and that's actually what we want. Okay, and excuse me, and there you go. There's part L. Okay, get it done.